next weeks.
Indeed, indeed. It's going to be pretty awesome. So, yeah, with that, without further ado, let's just hop straight into game number one. Are you ready?
I am.
All right, here we go. On Neo Medusa, it is between OctZerg, the legend, and ggnore. I don't know if that's someone's Smurf account. No, it's just a guy called ggnore. All right.
All right, so well, let's see what these guys are gonna do, but especially because Zerg versus Protoss on this map, especially from Pro League and things like these, we've seen some crazy things that Zerg can pull off, like contain with hatchery sunkens. Huh. I mean, I know OctZerg is the kind of player that likes to do crazy things, so let's see if he goes for that or if he just want to play more standard.
Oh man, if I was ggnore, I would be sort of terrified to play OctZerg on this map. As you said, not only is there a potential of a Ling Rush in the front, but you can also get Ling Rushed from the back. But you know what? Actually, looking at the APMs, I think it's fine because he's got like 700 APM to deal with these shenanigans. So I think I think his pro micro is going to be perfect. Also, for some reason, I wrote him as Zerg on my overlay. Let me just fix that. All right, perfect.
All right. Now, I don't know about this position of the pylon. Don't you think it's a little bit too forward? Shouldn't it be like slightly back, or is that?
Let me reveal the entire map, and I mean, I guess. Actually, if he puts Forge and then Gateway on top, he's gonna completely wall himself in with this wall. So he's gonna have to kill one of those. To be honest, I probably would have put the pylon to the right, and then did the same Forge Gateway placement, so I leave a gap. Having said that, since he is against OctZerg, maybe this is better because it's easier to block. I don't know.
We do have an overpull, so I mean, it's kind of like the most standard thing I think nowadays.
Yep,
from the
yep.
Zergs. It's interesting because in the past, like 12 pull was kind of either 12 pull or 9 pull, right? Those were the two options. This is kind of like the middle of the road. And at the beginning, I never understood it until I watched a few replays and I realized that actually it forces the Protoss guy to make cannons pretty early. So
yeah, I mean, on pretty much all the maps, unless it's like gigantic, like Benzene or something, you pretty much have to go Forge, Cannon, Nexus. On some 4-player maps, you can get away with Nexus first, but it's kind of risky, depending on the scouting and whatnot. And it looks like the probe actually didn't do a great job of blocking this hatchery, so he's going to be a little bit sad about that.
yeah, I mean, that doesn't really give you a lot in time, but it's always things that together mount up to something. So
yeah,
you definitely want to try to get any advantage that you can.
Wow, 2 cannons, in fact, from the Protoss. He's playing quite scared. You usually don't need 2 cannons against an overpull because, as we see OctZerg doing here, he only made 2 Zerglings and is making drones. He should actually cancel the second cannon because I'm pretty sure the probe should have seen that. There's absolutely no need for the second cannon.
Yeah, I mean, I think OctZerg kind of made the Lings at the same time as the drones, so it's a little bit harder to tell whenever you actually go to spawn 6.
Oh god, look at the Zerg's main. Oh god.
Yeah. But, I mean, if the probe is alive, you kind of can expect this, right? That something like this might happen. You're not gonna leave it alive somewhere without actually checking it.
That is absolutely true, and of course OctZerg does smell this coming, so he sends his Zerglings back. For anyone who's unaware of the map architecture, you do actually have this ramp leading behind your main, with a mineral only back here, and then of course snaking around to these neutral temples that are 10 stack temples that you can kill. But without AO units, it does take quite a while. And so I'm just going to chase this probe out of here. Oh, not quite yet. He's only got 2 Lings and no speed, of course, so it might take a little while to get this probe.
Well, you know what I'm looking at right now is the third of OctZerg, because, you know, in maps like Fighting Spirit, that taking another natural is really cool because, you know, you kind of guarantee yourself another base. On this map, it's a little bit far, I think. Like, the distance is the same distance between the natural from the Protoss and the natural from the Zerg. So it's a bit, I think it can be a little bit more complicated. Let's see how exactly that goes, but
yeah, and I mean, the gap also is kind of wide-ish, so you can't like make a really tight wall. Maybe you can actually, I'm not 100% sure. You could probably do it decently with a hatchery and like a Hydra Den and do it similar to Fighting Spirit, but as you say, the actual travel distance is quite a long way. So we'll see if ggnore decides to do anything here. He's doing a decent job with his probe micro at least, even though he messed up on the hatchery block earlier. He's actually keeping this alive for a long time. In the meantime, he's got his core going, and yeah.
And he almost goes down. Oh, it goes down now. But the thing is, I think the core was actually quite delayed. I think it was like 350 minerals before he put down the core. So definitely because of the microing the probe, some of his kind of timings might be a little bit off.
That's an interesting point. I guess it's always one risk of spamming so much APM on your probe. But in the meantime, we've got the sixlings going out. He's got a random probe now going to check the 12 o'clock. He should assume there's another hatchery somewhere because he didn't see anything too crazy going on in the main. But the Zilla and 2 cannons should be fine. Now, I believe the Zerglings can't go above the gateway as well. There could be a run by. Oh no, there could be a run by. Wait, oh no, they bugged out. What?
Yeah, the problem is that if the first Zergling gets through and it blocks the gateway, the rest think it's actually blocked and they go backwards. Yeah, I know.
No, but the thing is, like, the 2 Zerglings died and they still were blocked for some reason. They were like both trying to squeeze through the gap at the same time and they just got stuck. Oh my god, that's actually pretty bad.
Yeah, that's possible too.
Well, I mean, it's a nice try from OctZerg at least. I thought.
Corsair Reavers.
Oh, hello. Wow, double Stargate Corsair Reaver as well, so he's going all out with this. I actually like this on Medusa. This is actually really good. This is good on Medusa for the same reason that this was good on Electric Circuit. You have a protected mineral only, so you can basically get a free extra, sort of half expansion. And obviously with all the wonky ground paths here, like with the high ground behind your main, it's very, very easy to do an effective Reaver harass. So I actually really, really like this strategy.
There's another reason why I think it's very good on this map, and that is because since there are some locations where the AI gets bugged and can't go through because of the temples, if you try to just send your army to the next location and you don't actually control them properly, they're gonna get stuck, which is even worse when you're trying to actually catch like a shuttle or a few Corsairs.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And guess what? There are 2 robos here. One at the natural, one at the main. Double Stargate, double robo Corsair Reaver. I hope he didn't just forget that he made a robo in the main. No, he's making a shuttle there now and he hasn't canceled. So he's actually committing to the double robo, ladies and gentlemen. This is some hard Corsair Reaver action going on. You sometimes see double Stargate. You pretty much never see double robotics when going for the strategy. It's very, very risky.
Yeah. I think the problem is not only the gas, but the problem that since one of the Corsairs already died to some Scourge, it's actually going to be quite tricky because, sure, you can defend your entrance if you have enough, if you make a Reaver fast enough, but at this point, there's not anything there.
Yeah, there isn't. So he's making a lot more cannons now to defend himself. We do have a 5-hatch Hydra coming out from our Zerg player with a bit of turtling going on, but obviously the static defenses won't help much against the Reavers. And I don't know, he saw the double Stargate at least, right? With the Scourge, but he didn't see the second robo in the natural, so he's not, but I mean, actually, he saw the first robo though. He must have seen the first robo, so he must know. Yeah, and he is getting +1 air carapace as well, and he's mounting up a lot of units. Is OctZerg going to try and break this before the first Reaver comes out? That's actually a really nice timing.
But I think that even if he doesn't break it, the good thing about this is because so many cannons were spent on the entrance, there is no third yet. So, I mean, you do need a lot of minerals with this build because you don't have any ground army to normally be very mobile. So to defend anything, you do need. Oh, okay, attack coming up.
Alright, he's going in. He's trying to send the Hydras in first. Notice he's keeping the Lings back. He wants to just pick off as many cannons as he can, but going in, he sees there's a few too many cannons, so he's going to just try and pick off the front buildings first from out of range of the cannons. He didn't quite do it properly there, but if he stops and re-holds these Hydras, they should all start shooting this gateway. But you can see the mass cannons coming out from the Protoss. He knows he needs to just buy time for the Reavers and Sair numbers to get up. I actually don't know where the Sairs went. Looks like they're just patrolling around here. You might be scared of some kind of weird drop or something. I'm not really sure why these guys are staying so close to home. He really should be countering with these Corsairs since he knows all the Hydras are at the front, but a big mistake there from OctZerg.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, he pulled the rest of the units in. They weren't on hold.
That was close. That was close to actually losing a lot of more units than he would want to gamble for.
Oh, Scourge going into the main though. Checking the back mineral only. Not going to see anything there. And it's going to only hit 1 on here.
OctZerg is expanding again to his mineral only, which I think kind of at this point makes a lot of sense because the actual minerals are not that important to deal with the Corsair Reaver. You do need actually Hydras and Scourge, which are gas limited. So if you do have any over minerals, you can sort of want to use them to expand as fast as possible.
That's true, and I mean that is the counter basically to Sair Reavers, just to expand a whole bunch of times. and you can basically, even if you take some Reaver harass, you can sort of ignore it because you have so much economy. I actually kind of want him to double expand and take the top left main as well, since the Protoss is going for his mineral only. I mean, double Stargate, double Robo. I guess he doesn't know it's double Robo yet, but he got the Scourge in and he didn't see any gateways in the main. So, like, he doesn't need to be scared of any kind of big ground attack. All he needs to worry about is dealing with the harassment. And, I mean, he can just play defensive and expand a lot.
Yeah, and you know, I do think that it's interesting that ggnore has left a probe outside of his base, like at the 1 o'clock location, more or less. I think it's to take that expansion as soon as harassment begins, because he does know that with his build, if you don't get enough bases really fast, the main problem you're going to have is that you can't get a gateway explosion unless you are very rich. So yeah. He definitely needs that.
That's actually a really good spot. Unfortunately for him, there's an Overlord here that will see that if he tries to take it. And but again, actually, that base is quite close by air, even though it's really far by ground. So he would even be able to properly defend it by just dropping a couple of Reavers there. But he isn't actually doing that much yet. I don't think has a Reaver even left his base yet?
No. Like, there are 2 shuttles there, and they're just chilling.
I mean, he's got shuttle speed now, right? Oh, he's getting Scarab damage upgrade. Whoa! Holy moly, Batman.
I think that's a bit too early. Usually you want to do some damage before you're actually starting to do other investments, because if OctZerg gets so much time, it doesn't matter if you have Corsair Reavers. I mean, you're going to get overwhelmed.
Yeah, he does not need this upgrade. This is excessive. Your Scarabs are already one-shotting Hydras. Like, what do you need that upgrade for? It doesn't make that much sense until you get to super late game where there's like ultras and stuff. And even then, some players just forget about it. In the meantime, the only good thing, I think, for ggnore is that OctZerg was quite slow in taking this top left main. He definitely could have afforded to take it earlier, I think, but he was just a little bit scared, didn't want to take too much damage from these Corsairs, so he actually invested in a lot of Muta. But here we go! The first drop, going in the back, 3 Reavers and 2 Shuttles, but the Mutas are out! The question is, are there enough Corsairs to actually cover this? The Corsairs have +1 attack, but the Mutas have +1 carapace, but that is a lot of Corsairs. The Corsairs need to engage, so they cannot just leave the Reavers here. There are enough Corsairs, I think, to actually fight this. There's no Scourge. There needs to be Scourge to fight this. Is actually going to be way closer than I thought. The Scourge finally coming in, but they're going for the Shuttles. And in fact, the Muta looks like managed to basically trade evenly with the Corsairs without any Scourge. 1 red HP shuttle remains to evacuate these 2 Reavers, but OctZerg is all over this. He's still got 2 Mutas that can actually chase this down if he remembers about it. Looks like he's just using his Hydras to defend. The shuttle is just going to hide in the corner and pretend it's not here.
Now, the Spider did die, so for a little time, if actually, you know, ggnore can still keep his bases alive. But if he doesn't take that expansion that he just lost the pylon, you know, the probe that he left out before, it's gonna be really problematic, because those minerals are starting to run dry pretty damn fast.
Dude, there's a fleet beacon. He's getting air armor. He's getting another Stargate. What is happening? This man doesn't have a gateway. His gateway at the front died. This Protoss has no gateway right now. He is going full air mode, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know what to call this. He's actually snuck a shuttle out with a probe. It went past an Overlord, but I don't know if OctZerg was paying attention to this. Even if he was, he might have assumed it was like for another Reaver drop. Holy moly.
I mean, the problem though is that base is actually so close to OctZerg that if OctZerg gets out on the map, it's going to be very easy to get there before even the shuttles can fly in. So it's kind of risky.
It is absolutely risky, but when you go triple Stargate, double Robo, fleet beacon, you are a man who takes risks, and we like men who take risks. That is what it means to be Protoss, to be a true man.
Where is the disruption web upgrade though?
That's what I'm wondering.
If you're getting so many Corsairs, if you got the fleet beacon, you have to get D-Web. Like, realistically, if you have enough Corsairs and you have D-Web, it is almost unfathomable that you'll lose to ground units, because you can basically D-Web everything.
Yeah, I mean, there's basically no way for Zerg to attack your bases with cannons, Reavers, and D-Web down there. At most, he can go for some giant air assaults, but even then, obviously, you have so many Corsairs that it's difficult. And they're going to be carriers, presumably. He's getting +2 weapons. Still no carriers in production yet. He doesn't need them. Oh! Just as I say that, carrier is on the way. I don't actually know what the soundbite is for that, but it's on the way. What happens when you make a carrier? What does it say?
Carrier has arrived.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, that one it wouldn't make sense if I said that though, because it was just started building. It didn't build yet.
I was trying to make it sound a little bit more like the carrier, but then I realized that probably it's gonna sound completely different.
Dude.
So I was like, yeah.
Oh my god, he skipped D-Web. He's getting the interceptor capacity upgrade. He's getting carrier capacity first. What?
I don't like that. I mean, you do need D-Web with this kind of build.
This is freaking insane. Also, I can't believe that OctZerg forgot about this shuttle. He saw it go to the back, but he just forgot, and now it's just sitting there.
I think ggnore also forgot about it because it's... Oh no! Okay, he moves it now.
I think he's probably waiting for there to be an attack before he goes. Oh my god, this is insane.
Where's the greater spire though? That's what I'm wondering about, because usually against this if you can't get to the Devourers, you basically shut it down.
Yeah, or Defilers. He's got a Defilement on the way. Plague. Oh wait, the Reavers are dropping in the natural. Here we go. He remembered. And OctZerg's like, what? Where did these come from? But if you Dark Swarm your Hydras and then you just Plague the Protoss Air, it's extremely effective. So I'm not really sure what ggnore's plan here is, but Defilers are going to be extremely effective against the strategy he's doing. This is pretty much why Protoss doesn't do this unless they're massively in the lead.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can also ensnare. So if you really want to get technical about it, so
if you want to get fancy.
I mean, usually you don't see it. I think only like Ariador does that kind of stuff.
Wait. Does ensnare affect carriers though? I was under the impression it doesn't. It doesn't, right? And it also doesn't slow down Reavers either. So it'll only work on the Corsairs and the shuttles.
Well, it does work on the interceptors though, because since they fly a lot slower, they actually lower their DPS. But,
Sorry, do they actually shoot slower when they get ensnared, the interceptors?
They shoot slower because since they still have to make the same move, they actually first move slower, so the DPS gets slower as well.
Oh, that's really interesting. That is cool stuff.
Well, look at that. ggnore is going to try to take another base, and to be frank, I mean, 2 Reavers is not enough to defend that position, but if you can ferry like 2 more there and has D-Web, which he still I think doesn't.
Oh my god, he's transferring probes through Hydralisks. Sorry to interrupt you there.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking that, I mean, ggnore is kind of being really, really defensive, and we can see already on the supply that kind of reflects it. You know, it's like 50 supply difference.
That's true. That's true. I mean, Sand Reaver is always going to be a low supply strategy, but continuing it this far in the game is pretty insane. Somehow a probe has actually just walked out here. I thought he would come in the shuttle, but he somehow walked to this top right base. A drone is here as well. It's a fight for the expansion. There's the Nexus. Well, if he gets some cannons here, that'll be an easy hold here. He needs more Reavers, though. He's got the shuttle here, but it's empty. I'm actually surprised at how low the Reaver count is, given how he's got 2 Robos. I guess he's spending all of his money on the carriers, but that's a mistake because he's going to lose this. He doesn't have D-Web. I don't know if he just forgot or something. Oh, man, big mistake.
I mean, that's kind of the problem, that really if you're going to go for the strategy, you need to be aggressive yourself with the harassment, and that actually buys you time to take those expansions, because it's very difficult to take an expansion even if you do have enough Reavers, because they don't actually shoot that well. If you send like 2 Zerglings in the front and then the entire army behind them, you're gonna hit only 2 Zerglings with like 5 Scarabs, so you can kind of abuse that. So I'm afraid for ggnore looking at how this is going.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, if he had actually dropped 4 Reavers and taken this top right base, it would have been a very interesting game. But as it is, he's got, you know, basically his third of the map, and the Zerg is going to get 2/3 of the map. So even if he's really efficient with the Ser Reaver carriers, he's going to have a bit of a struggle just against the overwhelming resources of the Zerg. But I mean, you know, let's see how it goes here. There's a lot of carriers building up. They are 2-1 upgraded already. Still no Greater Spire, just some regular air upgrades. I don't know if I don't know if he wants
to harass though at the last base, but not really doing that much. Just a few probes.
All right.
Yeah, I mean the Greatest Spire is definitely something that I would expect OctZerg to be picking up like as soon as he could. I don't really know why he's not going for that.
Well, I guess he's gonna rely on his Defilers then. It would be cool to, I mean, because you can see the Corsairs all clumping. 1 Plague would hit all of them, and then the Hydras do become that much more effective. But if you have enough Reavers on the ground, and there are more Reavers produced, I'm not 100% sure. Okay, finally D-Web. Wait, that is D-Web, right?
Yeah, that's D-Web.
Okay, D-Web being researched. Man, it's been a while since I've seen D-Web. I don't even recognize the icon anymore. I wonder if he just forgot.
Yeah, I think so, because usually you do get with the strategy. Although, you know, D-Web is fine and good, but at this point, when the Zerg gets like 12 hatcheries, I don't know. I mean, doesn't look too good.
He's basically pretending he's like a Terran playing TVP. He's just waiting to max out with an insane army and go for one mega death push. It's not even a push because he's got air units. Doesn't make sense. He's waiting for the 3-3 carrier timing.
You know, what surprises me though is that OctZerg is not doing anything, because if you're at this position and you're OctZerg, you can kind of say, okay, I probably will trade in efficiently, but like making a Doom drop to the main, trying to take that third not mineral only from the Protoss away, even those kind of things would be actually quite efficient as a way to slow down the Protoss even more.
Yeah.
But staying like this, just taking the entire map, that's like, it looks cool, but you can actually still lose a game like this.
Yeah, it's true. He's basically playing No Rush 20 fastest right now. Players just maxing out. I mean, OctZerg is max, and he's like banking an insane amount of money, and he's just content to take 2/3 of the map. I guess he's just like, well, the Protoss is gonna have to come at me eventually. He's gonna mine out before me, so let's see what he's got. I don't know how many carries he has. That is a lot of carries. How many is that? That's like at
11
least...
so far.
Wow. All right. 11 carriers on the field. The upgrades, let me find some Corsairs to click. Looks like 2-1 still, but 3-2 should be done shortly, or 3-1 rather. Yeah, looks like +3 is almost done. That might be the time to move out. He's at 177 supply. I mean, we're basically just waiting for ggnore to make a move, because at this point, OctZerg is not going to make a move if he hasn't already.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that I really... Okay, Greatest Part is coming down now, which I guess finally, but the problem that I'm seeing right now is that even if ggnore gets like this massive, insanely huge, awesome army, if he tries to move with all of it at the same time, OctZerg can just counterattack, and he will kill ggnore before OctZerg loses, like, I don't know, even half of his bases, probably, so...
It's true. But I mean, counterattacking into mass cannon Reaver defense is still pretty tricky, even if the main army isn't there. And the Corsairs and shuttles are so fast, he could fly back and just D-web everything to buy some time.
Oh, so yeah, you're right.
It's gonna be tricky. The main thing is like the Corsairs are just so fast.
Yeah, I forgot about the D-web, damn it.
Hey man, the unexpected D-web. It's deadly.
Yeah. It's kind of like one of the worst things that can happen when you're thinking that you're breaking through and suddenly like 5 D-webs and everything just stops.
Oh, we're going. We're going, Cat's Paw. Here we go. Let's see it.
But only 2 Reavers. That's not too many. Sorry, 4 Reavers. Only 4 Reavers.
He's got to make an entryway for them to actually go down, though. All right, there's the D-web, baby. Here we go. This is what everyone wants to see. This is what you live for when you're a Broodor player, just to see moments like this. Hopefully
ggnore just wanted to give a good show, and he said, you know what, I'm going to make D-webs, and you're gonna like them.
Oh my god, what's up with these like triple creeps at the top as well? Those are gonna get taken down. So that base, insta-killed basically, but there's like 8,000, 4,000 in the bank, and that would have freed up a little bit of supply for him to make Guardians or whatever. He's got a bunch of Muta at the 6 o'clock, but he hasn't actually made any Devourers yet. Sorry, not Guardians, Devourers, obviously, against this big air. And here we go. Here's the death ball. The other annoying thing is that actually there's a lot of Hydras, but this map has a lot of like impassable ground, so it's difficult for the Hydras to get in position.
It's not going to be easy, definitely, to kill this army, but the thing that worries me is that the bank of ggnore is pretty big, but those units cost so much that if they die, you don't even get a remax.
That is true. That is true. And oh my god, sorry, my cat is like going insane behind me. I don't know what is happening. Do you guys hear that?
I heard it, yeah.
I don't know what's happening. My house is exploding, but it's okay because there are carriers in D-web. This Protoss strategy is so amazing. It's actually just entered my apartment. It's just like destroying. The interceptors are like flying into my house and destroying stuff. There's a plague though on the carriers. Did that hit every single? It doesn't look like it hit everyone. No, did it hit everyone?
No, not everyone. Not everyone. Just like 8 maybe.
Oh my god, it looks like meanwhile one of the shuttles has fallen as well. I heard a dead shuttle. The Devourers are trying to do what they can. Everything is asset sport, but there's nothing to follow up on this.
Yeah, unfortunately that's not... You do need a massive, overwhelming air army if you want to deal with something like this. But with a plague though, that actually is going to make those very squishy, those carriers.
Oh man, Lings are coming in. The Archons are sorry, not Archons. The Reavers are dying. I got so confused, man. D-webs look like Archons. Dude, D-webs are basically like inanimate Archons. They just like giant things of energy, man. They're basically the same thing. Anyway, the carriers are still just running around killing everything like crazy, even though they got plagued. Finally, some mutas coming in. He needs to actually attack the mutas and not the hatchery. The mutas, no, the Corsairs dealing with the mutas. The mutas have plus 3 character so they take a while to kill. But look at this, the carriers just having a path of destruction through the Zerg. Look at that mini-map, leaving nothing in their wake. And hat. What?
OctZerg is like, what the hell, this can't be. You can't do that, man.
Question mark. Alright, but the Protoss is basically mined out. He's only down to this bottom right base, but the carriers are unkillable. Oh my god, OctZerg must be so mad right now. OctZerg tilts pretty easily, doesn't he?
No, not really. He's actually quite... he kind of laughs a lot about this kind of stuff.
Oh god.
I mean, the thing is, the gas for the Zerg is almost gone, so if those mutas that are like building small packs of mutas keep dying, I think the pros is taking this game.
It is looking like it. Oh my god, OctZerg might actually die with like 6,000 minerals on the bank. I can't believe this strategy worked! Oh, and meanwhile, it looks like there was a Reaver drop in the main or something? The shuttle's like flying out of there. Holy moly.
Totally missed that.
Is this, are we gonna like start seeing this on IC Cup Ladder now? Did we just destroy IC Cup Ladder for the next week?
I mean, to be fair, if OctZerg wasn't as kind of like so defensive all the game, I don't know if this would have worked, but it's definitely looking like it's something that people can start doing.
Oh my god, all the Devourers getting picked off by some decent carrier micro here. There's pretty much no gas left for OctZerg, which is the main problem. It doesn't matter how many minerals he has. He's actually just going to go for the big muta counterattack, but I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen. The Protoss isn't mining, though. Something happened at the back of this bottom right base.
2 lurkers.
Oh, 2. Oh, there are 2 lurkers. There's a lurker drop here. 6 kills only, which means it was a pretty good reaction time from ggnore. I didn't even see the lurkers on that tile, and it looks like the Zerglings are coming in here. I don't know why. Okay, there is actually a Reaver here to defend the natural. The carriers, interestingly, not going for the natural, just going to make sure that OctZerg gets no additional income, and I think that's probably the best course of action here, because pure Zerglings is going to do nothing against him.
I mean, to be fair, with like still 5,000 minerals, I think that OctZerg can even force most of his army to at least consider going back, because if he loses too many pylons,
oh my god, there's no interceptors. Oh wait. Sorry, never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah, there's still some. I mean, if you lose too many pylons, then you still can't rebuild your carriers, right? So it's always something to think about. I mean, OctZerg is trying to play it on both areas, fight against the carriers, and at the same time trying to put some pressure on the base from the Protoss.
Yeah, this is pretty insane. And looks like, well, uh-oh, that's a lot of mutas. How many Corsairs are left? Oh my god, that is a lot of mutas. That's why all the money went. And the carriers now are actually dying. The Corsairs trying to do as much damage as they can. The mutas are all clumped though. They're killing the carriers. The Corsairs need to follow. He needs to stay with the Corsairs. The carriers, 1 carrier left. All the carriers fall, but all the mutas are gonna fall as well. And the natural expansion is pretty much gone, besides the 32 kill Reaver there that's just killing everything. But alright, who's got money left? No gas for OctZerg. He can only make Zerglings, which aren't his favorite unit, to be fair. But I mean,
drones attacking Reavers. Now I've seen everything.
See, even my cat is excited about this game. Oh my god. And well, it looks like the Corsairs are gonna come home. These 2 Reavers have managed to not die. I think that was like the 40 kill Reaver. These lurkers are still stopping mining here. I think it was a mistake. He needs to put a Reaver here so that he can start mining from this bottom right again, but actually it looks like OctZerg might have broken through.
Wow, and OctZerg is going to try to take his bases again, because right now he can actually quite safely retake them. So he might actually survive this with just sending pure links constantly.
Wow, this is insane. Yeah, there's not enough. The carriers won't kill the links fast enough to actually go over here. It looks like finally a Reaver is dropped. But where's the obs? He killed the obs? There was an obs here, but it's not here anymore, so he can't actually see the lurkers.
Alright, I mean, come on, it's 0 minerals for the Protoss, right? So.
Oh no, the obs is here. It's on top of the observatory. What the hell? There's an obs.
No, he saw it. I think he couldn't see it either.
Oh my god. Alright. Finally gonna get rid of these lurkers. These lurkers may have actually won OctZerg the game. I'm not sure. OctZerg has enough money in the bank to immediately reclaim these expansions, but he's still basically got no gas.
Yeah, but if he keeps sending Zerglings to kind of at least buy some time, you know, scare ggnore to be defensive, I think that's... well, actually, no, wait, he can't do that because 2,000 minerals isn't actually that much cash.
Oh, lurker. No, you can't land there. Oh, he's gonna kill it. That's a lot of Corsairs still left here. Even though he lost all the carriers, he's got a lot of Corsairs. Where are the carriers? Okay, there's still a few in the main base. And, oh my god, I mean, you can't deal with carriers without gas units, so even... Like, as you said, he can send a lot of Zerglings, but he's got to have some kind of plan still, though.
Yeah, you do need some. Although to be fair, the main problem is not, I think, the carriers, because at this point there are the filers. I think it's the reavers, because the reavers need the money, like the minerals, to shoot. So that's one problem for the Protoss. And on the other side, if you make like a few Hydras, oh, spores. I think that's what. But well, that's not gonna do too much against D-Web. But I don't know. I don't know what OctZerg is planning to do really from this point on. He's taking like the entire map again at the like all the bases that died. He's taking them almost at the same time.
Well, I mean, I guess that does make sense. That's a very Zergy thing to do. Meanwhile, I have there we go. I was wondering. Sorry, I was really distracted because there was like a probe party in the back of the main. I was like really confused where they were going, but looks like they've just loaded up in the shuttles. But here we go. Here the Zergys come. He might even just abandon his main. Like it doesn't. He doesn't really need his main anymore. I mean, you know, who needs main bases nowadays when you've got carriers and D-Web? So OctZerg is going to kill everything with these links. He's completely ignoring it. He's just going for the top right base. I think this is actually smart here. There we go. The 8 probe assault on the drone line. That's what I'm talking about.
You know what? I think I know what OctZerg is doing. He's taking every single base so that when ggnore tries to like damage him, he still has to wait and kill each base. And while that's happening, OctZerg is going to try to rebuild his gas count.
I don't know, man. He's rebuilding it so slowly. He's got 2...
I know.
He's basically only mining from 2 geysers. I mean, all the other ones must be depleted by now. So there's no way he can get it. He is going to clear out the entire main base, but how is he going to kill all these cannons down here? There is only 1 Reaver though. If he can get a defiler down here, but no, he doesn't have a defiler. It does cost a lot of gas, of course. Oh my god.
He did have one before. I don't know where it actually went.
Oh my god.
There is a defiler at the last base that still has money for the Protoss.
Oh god, the defiler's here. There's a Dark Swarm. The Reaver needs to shoot. The Reaver's really far in the back. That actually might be a good thing, but oh man, he needs to hold on to this Nexus. If this Nexus falls, he might lose, but he can't. He's actually building at the top right.
Ah, Plago as well.
Oh, he brought back a shuttle. I thought it had a Reaver in it, but it didn't. But he actually holds. He actually holds the base. He gets his buildings plagued, but he's actually holding. But here come the reinforcements. Here come the mass Zerglings, but they're running in a line. It's going to be down to the Hero Reaver. Can the Hero Reaver keep this base alive? Come on, Hero Reaver, I believe.
Oh, and the swarms are also... no, too late. The swarms are gone, but there are no cannons.
Oh, he needs a lift! Oh, the Reaver died. The Reaver died. But he's gonna... Oh my god. Wait! ggnore, don't leave! Don't leave! You can win!
No, he can't.
He can definitely win.
You know what? I think the main problem at this point is that if he tries to be aggressive, he cannot claim another base, and if he cannot claim another base, I don't think he can win.
Oh god. Here come the carriers and the D-Web. Let's go. Let's do it. Wait, he might get eliminated now, though. Oh my god, he could actually get eliminated. He has no more cannons.
Well, at the natural, at the mineral only, still there is something there.
Oh my god, OctZerg can actually eliminate him with Zerglings only. No! No! The elimination, wait, he doesn't know. He's sending Zerglings to the main. He doesn't know where the last buildings are.
I think he does.
Oh god, no. It's gonna be elimination. Oh god, he needs to defend it. No, ggnore, go back. You're gonna get eliminated. No. No, the cannons. This is his last building. Okay, wait. Does he have probes anymore? Can he build a pylon?
Yeah, the pylon gets dropped.
Okay. He's hiding pylons. He's gonna hide pylons and try and eliminate OctZerg, I think. Is that even possible?
No, but why the hell not try?
Dude, he's got 900 minerals. He can hide 9 more pylons. Where'd the probe go, though? Oh my god, did the probe die?
I don't think the hiding is the problem. I think the mass muta is the problem.
No, man, he's got Corsairs. Look, the mutas are clumped. The mutas are clumped. He killed all the mutas. He needs to save the probe. Like, he should drop a Reaver and save the probe so he can hide more pylons. Oh my god, he could have actually made this an elimination race, but he's gonna lose his last building.
Pylon is getting attacked by some Hydras, so he needs right now to put another pylon right now.
He doesn't have a probe. He should have dropped one of these Reavers and took the probe instead. He's gonna get eliminated.
No, the pylon.
Wait. He does have another probe. Oh, he's got a shuttle full of probes. Oh my god. I thought he was eliminated. Holy, there's no way.
Dude, OctZerg is actually in a lot of trouble right now because he doesn't want to like. Oh, and I think the overlords have just been spotted, but no, ggnore is kind of like going back to his own pylon to survive. But there's like a lot of overlords that could have been killed, and that would massively supply block, I think, OctZerg. And with that, you know, OctZerg isn't that rich anymore, so he can't really rebuild too much.
Oh my god. Actually, ggnore should stop using his Reavers, because he can't afford Scarabs.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if Interceptors die, he needs things... Oh my god, there's Lurkers here! Did he save that OBS from before? Does he still... Yes, he has an OBS!
And a Nexus. Look, OctZerg is gonna dive on the pylon, but there's a Nexus on the mineral only now.
Holy moly. Oh, he's gonna lose his probes, though. OctZerg must be so mad right now.
Okay, now I definitely agree with you that he's probably mad.
Dude, this is amazing. There's 2 Lurkers here, but there's nothing they can do. There's 2 Reavers and an OBS here. Oh god, OctZerg sees the Nexus. Wait, did OctZerg lose? He has only like 3 drones mining and only 1k in the bank. And his mutas can't do anything. They're not even fully upgraded. They're only 3-1.
But he didn't actually lose yet, because if ggnore tries to move out with his carriers, there is a possibility. Oh, look! OctZerg is trying to bait shots from the Scarabs just by dropping constantly a few Zerglings, and so far it worked a little bit.
Well, the Protoss has basically 0 minerals, but the carriers can actually kill this hatchery and get back in time to defend that base.
Yeah, that's fine. The only problem is that there is still like 1 base really far away.
The mutas are going in! This is it! This is the timing! It's not the timing, I'm just kidding.
I think there's still 1 base with a lot of minerals. I mean, if I'm OctZerg, I'm taking this right now.
But he has 400 minerals. He's just making units. He's so mad, he's not thinking. OctZerg! Oh, is he just gonna try and focus the Nexus? Oh my god, because there's no money for how many Scarabs are there? There's 4? 2. Oh, he's gonna bait Scarabs with 1 Zergling. That's so smart. That's so smart.
And
he needs to load the Reaver. The Reaver.
This work. I don't think so.
Why are the mutas not coming in at the same time? Oh my god, he's going for the Nexus. He's going for the Nexus. He's going for the elimination. He's going for the elimination. If he gets the Nexus, it's all over! If he gets the Nexus, it's over! Can he get the Nexus? He cannot get the Nexus!
He can't get the Nexus!
Holy shit! He can't get the Nexus! He was going for the elimination! Oh my god, there's more Zerglings coming in though.
And
they're bugging out! There should have been twice as many Zerglings there, but they were all bugging out.
Look at this, if OctZerg now makes it look like he lost and says, fuck, I lost, what is gonna happen is maybe ggnore moves out of there, and if that happens and those Zerglings dive in, they can still win the game.
I think there's enough Zerglings here to right-click the Nexus and kill it.
There's still the Reavers.
He needs to go in 1 at a time. No, he needs to bait the Scarabs. Oh, the D-Webs! Oh, the D-Webs! Oh, the elimination! Cheating! Oh god! If he had D-webbed that perfectly, I think he would have won.
Yeah.
If he had D-webbed that one spot where they could attack the Nexus, he would have won that game.
Oh man. And I think that actually ggnore made extra probes because he had like 40 minerals, then he had like 5, or maybe he makes scarabs. If he waited and made just one pylon, then this would probably not have worked at all.
Oh my god. That game. Alright. I don't... Hold on, I need to breathe.
I need some water.
Okay. Oh man, he had it. He had it with the D-web.
Yeah.
He had it with the D-web.
But look, to be fair, I mean, if OctZerg lost that game, he would have been so mad.
He would have just tilted out of Broodor forever. We just never seen from him again. Heard from him again, whatever the expression is. Oh my